I take this time, though, to urge my colleagues to reject all of the amendments that may be offered that would take away from the Environmental Protection Agency their ability to enforce our Clean Air Act. I say that because I truly believe, and I think most people believe, and it's been proven over history, that we can have a clean environment and we can grow our economy. In fact, I think if we don't have a clean environment, it's going to be more difficult for us to grow our economy. We need to do what's right for the people of this nation as it relates to their public health. The Clean Air Act has been one of the most important bills to protect the public health of the people of this nation. Carbon emissions are pollution. They are polluting our environment. They are causing respiratory ailments. They are making it more difficult for people who have respiratory illness to be able to breathe. We have children with asthma that are directly affected by the quality of the air that they breathe. It's our responsibility to take care of our children. It's our responsibility to make sure that they have clean air. The Clean Air Act has helped us deal with those needs. We want the enforcement of the Clean Air Act to be based upon science, not the political winds here in Washington. We want the scientists to tell us what we can do to protect our public health. And that's what the Clean Air Act and its enforcement is about. And it's being done in a way that allows our economy to grow. There are some here who say, well, this is just a temporary, or some of these amendments are just a temporary holdback from what EPA can do to enforce our laws by putting a moratorium on enforcement. Well, we all know what happens with moratoriums. We don't know whether we'll ever get beyond those short-term delays. We don't want to go down that path. And Mr. President, what do you do if you're a business and you're trying to do what's right with the investments of your company to comply with the Clean Air Act? And now you're being told, well, maybe those rules will change. How do you make the necessary investments in your company without knowing that the ground rules are the ground rules? Let's not go down that path. That would be the wrong way to go. Let me just give my example of my own state of Maryland, where we have seen that a clean environment is good for our economy. In 2007, the Maryland legislature Healthy Air Act. And let me tell you something, Mr. President, since the creation of that bill, it created thousands of jobs. It created more opportunity for the people of Maryland. Constellation Energy's invested $1 billion in compliance with the 2007 Healthy Air Act, reducing its SO2 SOx emissions by 85% and mercury by 80%. We have seen in our state of Maryland that the Healthy Air Act created jobs and provided healthier air for the people of Maryland. And let me tell you something, air knows no boundary. We've helped our surrounding states. Problem is the people of Maryland are downwind from other states that we wish were making the same type of commitments that we're making in Maryland. Let's at least maintain the standards of the Clean Air Act. You know, the EPA is the cop on the beat to make sure the polluters don't pollute our air. We used to have, but we one time had the cop on the beat for the financial markets. And we sort of eased that up because we said we needed to do that for businesses. And what happened is we had a financial meltdown. Well, we don't want to go down the same path on protecting the public health of the people of this nation by removing the cop on the beat. That would be the wrong thing to do. So I urge my colleagues to reject those types of amendments. And let me tell you something, the public gets this. 7 out of 10 Americans want us to enforce our Clean Air Act against the polluters. 7 out of 10 Americans do not want us to weaken the laws of this country that protect the public health of the people of America. We can't afford to turn the clock back on our clean air policies, and we cannot turn our clock back on the health of our citizens. I urge my colleagues to reject each and every one of these amendments that may be offered that would restrict the enforcement of the Clean Air Act against the polluters of America. Let's speak out for our children. Let's speak out for clean air. Let's speak out for our future. And let's speak out for our economic growth which very much depends upon a clean environment.